From the Rouse's Point Civic Center in Rouse's Point, New York, Hometown Cable Sports presents CVAC High School Hockey. This afternoon, the Northeastern Clinton Central School Cougars host the Plattsburgh High School Hornets. Hello again. I'm Rick Knowles, joined alongside Calvin Castine from Hometown Cable, getting set to call the action as the Cougars have their season opener. Plattsburgh comes into this game having played Lake Placid in a game held last night, a game that they won by a score of 5-3. Calvin, it should be a good one.
Yeah, it certainly should, and we'll hope that the Hornets aren't too tired out from last night's ball game. Puck game. Maybe you ought to just, if you know who these are, echo them.
Now, the starting goaltender for Plattsburgh High School this afternoon will be Rob Knowles. He wears number 30. Joe Toloski, number 19. And Jake Richards, number 22, will be starting on defense. Starting forwards will be C.J. Worley, number 12. He scored on a penalty shot last night for the Hornets, one of his 2 goals. Alex Maston, number 21, will also be a forward, as will Marshall Maynard, number 15. Plattsburgh is coached by Jamie Reedy, Russell Holland, and Matt Stetz. Cody Nash gets the start for the Cougars. He wears number 33. Matt Latorno, one of the starting defensemen for Northeastern Clinton, number 7. Ben Leduc, also a defenseman, will get the start for Northeastern. He is number 10. Starting forward line will be Bobby Marks, the senior for the Cougars, wearing number 6. Leah McDonough, the junior, number 11. Number 3, rather. Mason Latorno, number 14, will round out the starting forwards for Northeastern Clinton. Rob Francis and Jason Barnhart behind the bench for the Cougars. Before we get ready to drop the puck on this afternoon's game, let's enjoy the anthem. We are ready to rumble at the Rec Center in Rouse's Point. Cougars 0-0, their first league game. The Hornets 1-0. The Cougars win the draw and dump it into the Plattsburgh end. Toloski will pick it up in the near corner. McDonough there for the Cougars. Tried to center one, but Richards broke it up for the Hornets. He gets it up off the boards for Maynard. Cross-ice pass for Maston is broken up nicely. And the Cougars dump it back into the Plattsburgh zone. Worley spins around, plays it off the boards all the way down to the Northeastern zone, where Plattsburgh will be called for icing. We get the first whistle of the game just 28 seconds in. Faceoff comes up to the left of Rob Knowles. Jack Toloski gets tossed out of the draw. Bobby Marks will take the draw for the Cougars. Brett Berto comes in for the Hornets now, wins the draw. Maggie tried to clear, was kept in at the point. Toloski tries to clear, but the Cougars still have it. They move in on front. The shot is blocked by Maggie. They try to clear, kept in by McDonough. Leah McDonough, top of the face-off circle. Shot saved by Knowles. Rebound goes over to the far side, where Berto cannot clear. But Toloski has it now. Plays it back into the corner. And Devin Richards plays it near side for Panetti. Panetti lost it, kept in at the point by Letourneau, and he lost control of it, where Bobby Marks takes it now for Northeastern. Plays it off the glass to Letourneau, off the far boards. Marks will dump it in. Northeastern makes a line change. Matt Maggie for the Hornets brings it up across his own blue line. Some confusion in front of the Plattsburgh bench. There's a chance for the Cougars. Knowles comes out of the net to poke it away from Dylan Carter. Now again, Berto looks to clear. Richards is there to help out as well. He tries to kick one ahead, but it's kept in there by Nicholas Gay. Now Plattsburgh sends it down ice, and they'll be called once again for the icing with 13-19 remaining in a scoreless first period. Carter and Worley take the draw to the right of goaltender Rob Knowles. Off the draw, Cougars bring it in front. Shot saved by Knowles. Rebound comes into the far corner. Hornets play it out to center where it's picked up by Zach Gay. Off the boards, his pass where Carter jumped over his stick. Hornets pick it up, and it's given back to Gay. Cougars bring it across the blue line. Castle Birch throws it into the corner, taken up by Plattsburgh. Now Worley tries to break out with it, but it's thrown back in by Gay. Jake Richards. That's the pass out for Maynard off his stick, picked back up by Gay at center. And the Cougars will throw it back into the Plattsburgh zone. Richards gets to it quickly. His pass for Maston went off his stick. And Plattsburgh will look to control it for the first time in the Northeastern zone. They battle near corner. The Cougars come out with it. Chance at a 3-on-2 if they work quickly. Bombardier takes the shot. Knowles makes the glove save. Juggled it. Richards belted his man to the boards, and the Hornets clear the zone. Kolaski throws it down ice, and Plattsburgh will be called for the icing. 12:07 to go, first period. No score. Calvin and Northeastern putting some pretty good pressure on.
Yeah, that's 3 icings for Plattsburgh already, and we've just gotten going, and that's kind of unusual in all the games I've seen over the years, Rick.
You're absolutely right. Face off to the left of Knowles. Kolaski takes the draw, but he gets tossed out.
And they both got tossed out.
Marks is gone as well. That'll bring in Berto and McDonough. McDonough wins the draw, throws it in front, but Berto is there for Plattsburgh. Joe Toloski looked to clear, can't do it. McDonough has a chance in front. McDonough in on net. Knowles tried to poke it away, but the puck slides to the backboard. Marks with it now for the Cougars. Circling at the blue line. Drops it for Tucker. Tucker, face-off circle. Shot saved by Knowles, and he'll cover up.
I hope Knowles ate his Wheaties. Looks like he's going to be a busy boy this afternoon.
Actually, we stopped at A&W on the way up here. He ate his 2 cheeseburgers. The shot from the point is blocked in front by Worley, who plays it back out to the neutral zone. There's a giveaway, and Plattsburgh with a chance. Pass just a bit too far for Maston. He'll throw it back to the point. Maggie tried to keep it in. He just barely did. Northeastern coaches don't think so. If the Cougars have control of it in their own end, they'll look to break out. Here comes McDonough, in across the blue line. McDonough dishes near side for Marks. Marks stops, looks for the point. He's got Letourneau there with a shot, and it's deflects to the far side. Ben Leduc throws it in front. Devin Richards picks it up, takes it behind his own net. Fans on the clearing pass, sends his man to the ice. Hornets play it back to the point where it's kept in by Letourneau. Now McDonough tried to throw it in front, but Richards is there for Plattsburgh. Plattsburgh brings it across the blue line. Here's Worley. Worley takes it in on that side. Here's when they score! Worley threw it across to Marshall Maynard. And on the first shot of the game for the Hornets, they take a 1-0 lead.
Type of thing we'd see often in soccer where one team dominate, can't find the net, and then all of a sudden the other team gets a breakaway and scores.
That's what happens for Plattsburgh. Their first shot is a good one, and they have the 1-0 lead. A game that, to this point, had been dominated by the Cougars. Laframboise plays it far side, but it's stolen away by Berto. He looks to center, and that one was deflected just wide. Panetti runs into his man, shot from the point by Richards, and Nash makes the glove save. 10:18 remaining, face off to the right of Cody Nass. Worley gets the draw for Plattsburgh, but now the Cougars bring it out. Birch tried to poke it across, but it goes off the boards, and here's a chance for Plattsburgh once again. Maynard moving in on net. Nice defensive play. They're going to call a penalty on it. I thought he might have got the puck first, but it's going to be a tripping penalty on Northeastern, and we'll see the Cougars a man down in Plattsburgh with the first power play of the hockey game. Josh Rabbit, who gets the gate for the Cougars for the tripping. Penalty comes at 5 minutes even of period number 1. Off the faceoff. Brett Berto with it. Throws it into the corner. Worley looks for Tulaski in front. Instead, he'll go to the point for Richards. Back to Worley. Top of the face-off circle. Berto tries to go back to Worley. They poke away from the side. Puck comes loose at the far side where Jack Tulaski has it. His shot saved by Nash. Rebound is cleared all the way down to the Plattsburgh end. Knowles will leave it for Devin Richards. A bit of confusion there as to whether Richards or Tulaski would take it up. And now Joe with it. His pass was behind Berto, and the Cougars send it back down in. 45 remaining on the power play. Knowles throws it up ice for Tulaski. Tulaski in across the blue line, lost control of the puck. He's ridden into the boards by Letourneau. They continue to battle for it. Puck comes free back out to the neutral zone where Joe Tulaski has it. Far side for Devin Richards. Richards at center with 30 on the power play. Plattsburgh will make a line change. Tulaski battling in the corner with Matt Letourneau. Tulaski goes down. Reinforcements have arrived for Plattsburgh. This is Maston with the puck. Throws it into the corner for Tulaski. Has to find the point. He does. Maggie there with a shot. Nass save. Rebound loose in front. Marks gets to it for the Cougars and sends it down ice. That's going to kill the penalty for Northeastern. Couple of shots on goal for Plattsburgh. Nass made the big saves to keep this a 1-0 hockey game. Cougars look to bring it back into the Plattsburgh zone. Here's Birch with a shot. That one hit the twine on the side of the net. Cleared away by Maggie. Not out. Now Maggie gets it back. It's still kept in. It's going to be a hand pass called. And we'll get a whistle with the face-off coming all the way back into the Northeastern zone. 8:09 remaining in the first period. 1-0 Hornets.
It's been a fast-moving game so far, Rick.
We like fast-moving games.
We certainly do. It's nice and cool in here, not cold. We've experienced it a lot colder here in the Rouse's Point Civic Center.
It's actually fairly comfortable in here this afternoon.
Yep, not bad at all.
So the face-off to the right of Nass. John Feinlease gets tossed out, so Alex Maston will come in to take the draw for Plattsburgh. Cougars control it off the face-off, and they'll break it up ice. Gay. Face-off circle. Stops. Looks for someone in front. Birch is there. And that's deflects back into the Cougar zone. Tucker chasing after it there for Northeastern. Now Carter lost control of it. Maynard tried to get through, but he was knocked down. Tulaski throws it into the Cougar zone. Carter. His pass up ice, broken up by Jack Tulaski. Tulaski sidesteps one man, strikes the center one, backhand shot, Nass makes the save. Good scoring opportunity for Plattsburgh off the steal by Tulaski. Got the pass over for Berto, but Cody Nass has made some big saves in net after that first goal on the first shot for Plattsburgh.
It seems that that goal for Plattsburgh kind of got some spring into their step, and they've been playing 50-50 since then.
Puck loose behind the Cougar net. Devin Richards will pick it up at the far point, throw it back into the corner. Rabideau chases after it with Berto. They continue to tie it up. Puck comes free. Hornets look to center. They poke away at it at the side of the net. Puck still loose. And now the Cougars will bring it up ice. Bombardier in across the blue line. Takes it into the corner. Got a man in front. Centers one. Puck deflects. We're going to have a penalty coming up on Plattsburgh. Cross-checking is going to be the call, and it's going to be, I believe, on Devin Richards. So the Cougars go on the power play for the first time as Richard goes for the cross-check. McDonough plays it back to the point. Letourneau goes far side for Leduc. Leduc waits. Back to the corner for Letourneau. Back to Leduc. McDonough in the corner. Centered one for Marks. It went off his skate. Marks goes back to McDonough. McDonough. Referee got in the way of that one and allowed Plattsburgh to take the puck, but they can't clear. Now puck loose in front. Richards tries to clear. He gets it to Maston, and Alex will send it all the way down ice. 55 seconds remaining in the power play. Giveaway. Nass put it right on the whirly stick and had to make the save. Short-handed chance there for Plattsburgh. Here comes Matt Letourneau up ice. He stops. And he'll look to set the offense as he brings it in across the red line. Goes near side. Carter with it. He'll take it into the corner. Stops. Tries to go back to the point. Marks has it now. Gets it back to Carter. Carter circles. Try to go in front. And Worley has it. He'll send it down ice. 25 on the Plattsburgh penalty. And here's Letourneau. Finds it off the stick of McDonough. All the way down to Toloski, who'll try to send it down, but it was a nice play by Marks to stop it at center ice. Marks throws it into the corner. And roll all the way over to the far side for Matt Maggie. Give away with a chance for Marks, but quickly Berto was there for Plattsburgh. Hornets back at full strength. Centering pass. McDonough couldn't get a stick on it. Now John Finley's behind the net. Plays it to the near side for Berto. Berto looked to clear it out of the zone, but Marks keeps it in. Letourneau there as well, but here's Panetti for Plattsburgh. He had it poke checked away as the puck rolls all the way into the far corner. Finley's behind the net. Berto and Leduc battle for it. Joe Toloski gets it to John Finley. He tried to center one for Worley, rather. And that's Panetti, rather, number 13. Puck comes into the stands, and we'll have a whistle with 4:44 remaining, and Plattsburgh leading 1-0.
It almost hit this old couple down here.
Or are they really old? Hornets send it in. They'll have to clear on the offside. They do. Josh Rabideau behind his own net for the Cougars. Tries to go near side for Zach Gay. Hornets tying the Cougars up. Worley keeps it in at the blue line. Maynard comes in to help out. Now the Cougars get it to center. Here's a chance for James Gay, but Knowles comes out of the net. Almost takes off the head of the official as he plays it off the glass. Gay throws it in, but Richards is right there to play it off Worley, who gets it to center now. Worley, his pass was a bit too far ahead for Alex Maston, and Plattsburgh will be called for the icing. 3:58 remaining in the first, and it's 1-0 Hornets. Marks takes the draw against Jack Toloski. Joe Toloski. No, it was Jack. It's 14. I can't tell 14 and 19 apart, not to mention the fact they're brothers.
That's why the numbers look so similar.
Now the Cougars with it. Matt Letourneau plays it off the boards into the Plattsburgh end, where Devin Richards picks it up for Plattsburgh. That's it for Berto at center. Brett Berto will bring it in across the Cougar blue line. Takes it into the corner. Rolls it over to the far side for Anthony Panetti. Plays it back to the point. Richards could not keep it in. Here's a break for the Cougars. Marks could not get a shot off. A nice job by Maggie coming back to break up the scoring opportunity for Bobby Marks. At the point, Letourneau keeps it in. Now Marks with it. He's tied up by Maggie once again. Maggie couldn't clear. It was kept in at the point by Matt Letourneau. Now it'll roll out to the neutral zone, and it's Jack Toloski. Toloski with a blast that's wide. Puck rolls back out nearly in front. Nash had to stop it with a stick at the side of the net. 2:55 to go in the period. We got a penalty coming up here on Plattsburgh. Here comes McDonough. He stops, pops, shoots it wide. Maynard makes the touch. Maynard's going to get the penalty. It's going to be a roughing call, and it comes at 12:12 of the first period. Power play opportunity number 2 for Northeastern. 2:45 remaining in the first. It's a 1-0 Plattsburgh lead. Puck loose behind the net. It comes free for Dylan Bombardier. He'll drop it back to the point for Josh Rabideau. Rabideau back to Bombardier. He looks for someone in front. Still holds on to it. Goes down behind the net. It jumped over the stick of Castle Birch. Hornets send it back out to the neutral zone. Rabideau has it there for the Cougars. Plays it off the boards, but Jake Richards is there to send it down to the northeastern end. Nass plays it ahead for Zach Gay. Cougars dump it in from center. Puck's going to roll all the way to the near side. Richards will try to get to it first. He does. Plays it to the point. Nice job by Rabideau to keep it in. He's tied up by Worley. Puck comes free where Letourneau has it. Throws it into the corner. They try to go back to Letourneau, but Maston is there for the Hornets. Maston could not clear as Mason Letourneau did a good job taking it back away from him. Dylan Bombardier tried to drop it back to the point. Rabideau keeps it in. He's bothered by Maston. We're going to have a penalty coming up here. Head contact is going to go to Josh Rabideau, and it'll even things up. And in 28 seconds, Plattsburgh will have their second power play opportunity.
That's Rabideau's second trip to the box. Hornet fans might remember him as the keeper, the goalie for the Cougar hockey team. Soccer team that went to the Final Four.
Heartbreaking loss for that Cougar team in double overtime, losing 1-0 in a well-played game by both teams. So 5 seconds and Plattsburgh will have the power play, but right now we skate 4 aside. Shot, Knowles makes the save, deflects it over to the far corner. Now the Hornets on the man advantage. The Cougars control it. Backhand shot, Knowles makes the save. Panetti plays it off the boards, but it was broken up nicely by Gay. He tried to throw it in front. It comes back to Panetti. Hornets having a difficult time getting it out of their own zone, and they're on the power play. We're under a minute remaining in the period. Panetti, a man by himself as the Hornets are making wholesale changes. Here's Gay in across the blue line. He's hit by Richards. Maston picks it up with 40 seconds to go in the period, 24 on the penalty. Pass was a bit too far for Maston, but now he'll pick it up off the boards, take it into the face-off circle. Maston takes a shot off the shoulder of Nash, rebound behind the net. They tried to center it to Panetti, but Ben Leduc was there for the Cougars. Maston and Leduc both fall down. Puck comes free. Cougars get Rabideau back, now at full strength. Just 10 seconds remaining in period number 1. The Cougars with one quick chance on a rush. Richards breaks that up though, throws it in. Plattsburgh's offside. And they'll bring the face-off all the way down to the Hornet end. And Calvin with just 5.9 seconds left. A good chance here for Northeastern to try to get one on the board.
They could sneak one in.
Marks takes the draw against against Worley. Gets it back for Toloski, down to 3 seconds. They tie it up on the near boards, and that's going to do it for period number 1. So in the first period that's, I would have to say, dominated by the Cougars for the first few minutes. Numerous scoring opportunities, but Plattsburgh gets a goal in their first shot of the game, and they make it stand. A pretty even game after that, Calvin.
Yep, it's been a 50-50 game from that point on. And of course, Plattsburgh coming off a 5-3 game last night, 2:30 game in the afternoon. So they're probably a little jet lag in there.
15 minutes are in the books from the Rouse's Point Recreation Center in beautiful downtown Rouse's Point, and the Hornets lead the Cougars 1-0. Stay with us. You're watching CVAC High School Hockey on Hometown Cable. Just underway with second period action. Hornets lead it 1-0. The lone goal scorer, Marshall Maynard. Worley picking up the assist. The goal coming 4 minutes and 11 seconds into that first period. Hornets battle for it behind the Cougar net. McDonough plays it over to the near side where Letourneau has it. His pass was behind Marks, but Marks will spin around and pick it up and bring it across the blue line. Marks kicks it ahead, looks to center. McDonough is there, but the puck trickles behind the net. Marks has it in the corner now. Goes to the point for Matt Letourneau. That was broken up, but the Cougars keep it in. Matt Letourneau's shot is blocked by Jake Richards, and it goes all the way down in on Cody Nass. Nass leaves it behind his net for Tucker, who plays it over to the near side for Mason Letourneau. Letourneau up across his own blue line now at center. Will bring it in across the Hornet line. Takes it all the way down, throws it in front. McDonough couldn't get a stick on it. Leduc will throw it in. The Cougars have to clear. They do. That allows the Hornets to bring it up across the blue line, and now it's center. Nagy tried to get around the defender, Matt Letourneau, but couldn't do it. Up comes free to center. Dumped in by Plattsburgh. Leduc will pick it up in the far corner. Plays it back near side for Matt Letourneau. Back to Leduc. Castle Birch with it in across the blue line. He's got some open ice. Birch moves in on net. Knowles makes the save. Doesn't see the rebound, but a quick whistle with the puck loose. Face-off will come up to the right of Rob Knowles with 13:18 remaining in the period. They'll bring it over to the left side now. And Plattsburgh on top, 1-0. Birdo tries to bat one into the Cougar zone, but he swung on and missed. Leduc picks it up for Northeastern. He tried to get it ahead for Nick Gay. Now Birch. Sidestep Richards. Birch in on net. Centers one! And the net comes off its moorings. As who was that in front that couldn't get a stick on it? Was that Gay? Number 9, I think it was. Face-off will be outside the Hornet blue line. John Finleys will dump it into the Cougar zone. He got belted into the boards. Hornets get to it first. Worley lost it. Leduc. Worley gets it back, brings it out in front, and rifled one through the crease. Puck loose at center. Joe Toloski dumps it in. Icing waved off as Ben Leduc plays it. Leduc behind his own net. Near side for Gay. He goes back to Leduc. Leduc kicks it ahead, plays it for Castle Birch. Birch at center, gets ridden into the boards. That allows Richards to pick up the puck and dump it back into the Cougar zone. Leduc rifles it off the boards. Played there by Joe Toloski. Toloski now with some open ice. Goes for C.J. Worley. The pass jumped over his stick. Leduc has it behind his own net. Leduc quickly up for James Gay. Plays it into the Plattsburgh again, but Toloski there to throw it back into the Cougar. It's almost like watching a tennis match, Calvin. Back and forth. Gay tied up behind his own net. They try to center, but Nass keeps the puck behind the net. Played over the near side for Alex Duffy. At the point, Richards couldn't get off a shot. Here comes a chance for Northeastern as Leduc spun around, and they're going to be called for icing. If Leduc had perhaps waited a second, he might have had a chance to get Duffy on a breakout, but instead it'll be an icing call against the Cougars with 11:26 remaining in period number 2, and the Hornets leading it 1-0. Face-off controlled by Matt Letourneau for the Cougars. Letourneau circles, waits, plays it up for Duffy. It was behind him. Goes to Devin Richards, plays it off the boards for Jack Toloski. At Maggie. Throws it into the Cougar end. Rabideau goes far side for Letourneau, poked away by Panetti. And Letourneau will have to start out with it behind his own net. Goes near side Duffy. His pass went through the skates of Bombardier. Gay on the far side, ridden into the boards. Throws it in behind the Plattsburgh net. Maggie spins around, tries to clear, can't do it. Duffy keeps it in, throws it in front. Knowles makes a pad save as that one changed directions right at the last second. And we'll have a face-off deep in the Plattsburgh end with the Hornets still holding on to that 1-goal lead. Off the draw, it comes back to Rabideau. Throws it in behind the net. Hornets pick it up there. Played over to the near side. Joe Toloski will look to clear it out, and Maynard is there as well. Cougars still have it, kept it at the point by Letourneau, throws it in off the boards. Puck bounced back out in front. Now in behind the net. Richards and McDonough battle for it in the corner. McDonough went down hard. McDonough's slow to get up. At the point, Rabideau keeps it in for McDonough. Richards there for Plattsburgh. He and McDonough battle once again. Puck comes loose out in front. Shot deflects back behind the net. Hornets getting bottled up in their own zone here. Good chance for the Cougars if they can keep the pressure on. Hornets try to clear. Letourneau keeps it in at the point. Puck loose in front and a nice play to prevent the shot. Shot in front. Knowles makes a save. Rebound is loose. The net's off its moorings. And we're going to have a penalty coming up on Plattsburgh. It's going to be a cross-checking call. And it'll give Northeastern their third power play opportunity of the hockey game. So Jake Richards for cross-checking at 5:20 gives the Cougars another power play. Trying to tie the game. McDonough in the corner, throws it behind the net. Devin Richards got to it first, threw it to the far point. Letourneau keeps it in, winds up, takes a shot. That's deflected wide. McDonough picks it up at the top of the face-off circle, takes it in, swings it in front, dishes off, but nobody there in front to get a stick on it. Back at the point, Letourneau. Backhand shot by McDonough. Knowles makes the save. Puck comes free. They come back to the point for Letourneau. Letourneau waits. Throws it in front. McDonough tried to backhand her. Instead, he goes back to Leduc. Leduc at the point. Now McDonough. Face-off circle. Moves in on net. Shot deflects wide. Cougars continuing to put the pressure on. Marks with a shot that got blocked. Marks circles. Drops it back for Letourneau. Fakes the shot. Goes near side for Leduc. They try to go back to Marks, but that was intercepted by Toloski, who gets to it but can't clear. Letourneau keeps it in at the point. He winds up with a blast. That one doesn't get through. Now Leduc. Back for McDonough. McDonough moves in on net. Shots, and it's a glove save by Knowles. That one was headed for the left-hand corner, but Knowles swoops it up, and we are still in a 1-0 Plattsburgh lead with 23 seconds remaining on the power play. This second period, Calvin, has been all Northeastern.
They've kept the pressure on the Plattsburgh defense, and of course that power play didn't hurt either.
Still 20 seconds remaining on the Cougar man advantage. McDonough drops it for Tucker. Tucker moves in, throws it in front, broken up in front. Hornets still can't clear. Kept in by Letourneau. At the point, shot deflects, they score! Letourneau took the shot from the point. It might have been Marks who got a piece of it in front. But it's a power play goal at 6:43, and we're tied at 1.
The Cougars kept the pressure on there, Rick, and you could tell it was just a matter of time before the Cougars got a quality shot. And I'm not sure how much of a split second Knowles had a look at that one. I don't think he had too much of a look at it.
So we are tied at 1 on the power play. Letourneau with a shot from the point that Marks perhaps got a stick on. We'll wait to see what we get for the official announcement. Letourneau does get credit for the goal. Good. Power play goal knots things up midway here through the period number 2. They battle for it in behind the net. Richards now for the Hornets. Plays it off the boards. Leduc has it at center. Leduc plays it for Alex Duffy, who will dump it in behind the Plattsburgh net. Richards will get to it first. Gay runs into him. Richards plays it off the glass to the near side. Marshall Maynard will look to clear it out. He can't do it. Joe Toloski comes in to help out. Rabideau kept it in at the point, goes over to the far corner. Alex Maston now for Plattsburgh. He's content to dump it back into the neutral zone, where Leduc picks it up. The pass for Duffy went over his stick, and it's played back into the Northeastern end, and Plattsburgh will be called for the icing with 7:03 remaining in another fast-moving period. 1-1 the score. Face off to the left of goaltender Rob Knowles. Here's a chance for Plattsburgh with a 2-on-1 if they work quickly. Berto could not control the puck. He was trying to break in across the blue line. Now the Cougars come out with it. The pass went behind Mason Letourneau. Hornets play it back to the Cougar blue line where Tucker brings it across the Hornet line. Tries to find Marks in front. Marks could not control the pass. Picks it up in the corner, throws it in front. Puck now loose behind the Hornet net. Played near side for Panetti. He lost it to McDonough. McDonough throws it in front. Puck comes loose to the near point for Reese Tucker. Another penalty coming up on Plattsburgh. Tucker with a shot that got blocked. Berto plays the puck. And for the fourth time, Northeastern will go on the power play as it's going to be an interference penalty against Plattsburgh. This one coming at 8:42, and it's Berto going to the box. Marks will take the draw, get it to McDonough. Letourneau at the point, shot blocked in front. Maston tried to backhand one out, but Letourneau was there to keep it in. Plays it over to the near side for McDonough. McDonough circles, gets it for Marks, went off his stick. Marks will take it into the corner. Now behind the net, he's ridden off the puck. Toloski and Marks, along with McDonough there rather. Marks comes out with it. Drops it back to the point where Tucker now gets it back, shot up in the air, and Knowles makes the glove save. And we'll get a whistle. 55 remaining on the power play. 5:42 remaining in period number 2. We're still tied at 1. This time off the face-off, Hornets looked to clear. Maynard couldn't, as it was Tucker that kept it in. Now the Hornets send it back to the Cougar zone, where Letourneau has it behind his own net. 40 to go in the power play. 5:25 to go in the period. Marks at center. Near side for McDonough. He's got some open ice across the blue line. Takes it to the net shot. Knowles makes the save. Rebound is loose. They score! Power play goal number 2 for the Cougars, and they lead it 2-1. So it's a 2-1 Cougar lead. First lead of the hockey game. Comes with 5 minutes, 16 seconds remaining in period number 2. Puck loose in behind the Cougar net. Picked up there by Dylan Carter. Carter plays it off the boards, but not out. Shot from the point. Deflects over to the corner. Picked up by Gay. Gay put it right under the stick of Berto behind the net. He comes in to get it back. Hornets look to center. Nobody in front. Comes to the point where Richards plays it back into the corner. Berto there. Shot, and Nass makes the glove save. Good scoring chance for Berto there, as he got a poke at it, but Cody Nass with a sharp glove makes the save to keep it a 2-1 hockey game.
The Hornets are keeping the pressure on the Cougars there, but Plattsburgh giving up 2 power play goals. Those penalties can kill you sometimes.
They've got to stay out of the box. That's killed them this afternoon. Maynard and Worley tie it up, along with Laframboise for Northeastern. At the point, Richards, wrist shot is blocked. Here comes a chance for Castle Birch. Birch, it across the blue line. Pokes it in front. Knowles made the save. It almost might have been a pass to the front for Dylan Carter. Now Rabideau circles, takes a shot. That one's deflected wide. More pressure here from the Cougars. 4 minutes remaining in period number 2. Worley tries to split defenders. It's going to roll in on Nass, and he will cover up. 3-5-7. 2-1. Cougars. Hornets get the draw back to the point for Richards. He tried to get it to Toloski. It jumped over his stick all the way to the far corner. John finally battles with Letourneau. Berto comes in to help out. Now Marks has it at center ice. Again, the official gets in the way. Puck intercepted at the blue line by Letourneau. Mason Letourneau gets hacked. We're going to have another penalty on Plattsburgh. Hooking will be the call. As the 5th penalty of the game. for the Hornets. Hooking against John Finelease at 11:29. Both of the Cougar goals have come on the power play, and they've got another one right now. Here's Letourneau, plays it up for center. Marks has it, 3-on-2. Marks, face-off circle, takes it in behind the net, spins around, and we get a whistle. Did they come in offside? They'll bring outside the Plattsburgh blue line, 1:14 remaining in the Cougar power play. Plattsburgh makes some changes. Hornets playing without their arguably top two defensemen, and Dan Curtin and Kyle Carpenter. Carpenter was injured in the Lake Placid game last night. Puck comes loose to McDonough. That shot went off his own man to the near corner. Dylan Carter tried to get out of the way, but just could not. Good chance in front for Marks, but he couldn't get a stick on it. Here comes Plattsburgh back. Worley with one man to beat. Worley circles, takes it into the corner. It's going to take a little more time off the penalty, but Marks takes it away from him now and has it in his own blue line for McDonough. McDonough goes across the Plattsburgh line, stops, looks to dish it back to the point. Reese Tucker fumbled it, but it was kept in by the Cougars. Marks gets taken down, puck comes free. Hornets try to backhand one out. Tucker there to try to keep it in, but it jumped over his stick and goes all the way back to the Cougar end. Matt Letourneau. Up ice, pass was behind Dylan Carter, and Northeastern will be called for icing. 16 seconds remaining in the man advantage for Northeastern, and 2:17 remaining in the period. It is 2-1 Cougars. Bombardier and Tulaski take the draw. The Cougars win it. Leduc falls down, but still manages to get it over to Rabideau on the far side. Back to Leduc behind the net. 5 seconds on the power play. That went on off the skate of Letourneau, but Rabideau there to save the bacon and bring it in across the blue line. He had it poke checked away. Bombardier takes it to the front. Knowles makes the save and holds onto it. 1:54 remaining. Plattsburgh now back at full strength. And Plattsburgh's going to want to tie this hockey game, Calvin. They're going to have to do one thing. Actually, two things. One, score. Two, stay out of the penalty box.
Yeah, if they don't score, they're not going to tie it. Pretty good comment, huh?
Very good. You've been going to the Howie Meeker School of Color Analyst. Gay throws it in behind the Plattsburgh net. Richards battles for it there with Alex Duffy. Hornets look to bring it out, but it's thrown back in. Now here's Brett Berto. Pass is too far for Finelease. And we got a penalty. This one, believe it or not, is going to go against the Cougars. And it's a penalty on the Cougars. It's not on Josh Rabideau. That's even more surprising, because he had been called for both of the Cougar penalties earlier. Dylan Bombardier gets the gate. It comes at 13:35. Off the draw, Richards cannot keep it in. He'll dump it in. Hornets look to clear, but in trying to throw it back in, he threw it into the players' bench. Face off just outside the Cougar blue line. Hornets dump it in. Letourneau gets to it first. Marks will look to clear. He'll get it out to the neutral zone. Tulaski there for PHS. Tulaski winds up, throws it into the corner with a minute to go in the period. Berto gets to it first for C.J. Worley. He circles behind the net, back to the point. This time Richards does keep it in, gets it back for Worley. Worley in front, wrist shot that goes wide. Marks tries to clear, kept in at the point. Joe Tulaski shot deflected, goes to Marks, will send it all the way down ice. 44 in the penalty, 38 in the period. Here's Toloski on the raw shot, saved by Nass. Zach Gay clears it back out to center. 20 to go in the period. Hornets dump it in. Another strange bounce. Nass had to stop it and put it back behind his own net. Letourneau plays it to the point. Hornets keep it in. Toloski tries to find Maynard in front, but it's broken up. Marks chases after it along with Richards. Oh, heavy collision there. Puck comes loose in front and we get a whistle. They're calling an interference penalty on Plattsburgh. Both guys were going after the puck. How can that be interference? That's what Jamie Reedy is saying as well over the far side. That is just a horrible call.
I thought it was a great call, Rick.
This guy needs to stick to tennis. .6 seconds remaining, and that's going to do it for period number 2. 30 minutes are in the books at the Rouse's Point Rec Center. It's a 2-1 Cougar lead, and Calvin's got to head down to the locker room and pay off the refs.
I don't know about you, Lyric, but I'm looking forward to that power play to start the third period, 6 seconds into it.
Third period underway. Calvin has just returned from delivering hot chocolate and donuts to the officials.
Now power play, Rick.
A minute 19 remaining. It's amazing what donuts and hot chocolate will buy you. Here come the Cougars on the attack, up to center. This is Letourneau with it. Gets it over to Marks. Marks with a shot. Knowles makes the save. Toloski ridden into the far boards.
Look at it this way, Rick. Your son will get to make extra saves now.
Face-off will be to his right. With now just 57 seconds remaining. It is the third period. Don't go by what the scoreboard says. It still says second. Off the draw, Hornets win it, and Berto sends it back into the Cougar zone. Matt Letourneau picks it up there for Northeastern behind his own net. Letourneau still with it. Dishes off for Tucker. Tucker comes up near side for Marks. Brings it in across the blue line. Face-off circle. Drops it back, but it's intercepted by Jack Toloski. He'll throw it down ice. .25 on the power play. Marks brings it in across the blue line. Dishes off. Puck loose in front. Marks battles for it. Tries to spin around and get a shot. Joe Toloski took it away. Throws it down ice, and we got a penalty coming up on Northeastern here. Thrown in on net. Oh, Nass made a save. They score! Holy cow, did Northeastern mess that one up. First they gave the puck away. Plattsburgh had it in the corner. Just threw it onto the goaltender. Nass had it hit him in the pads, then the puck just sat there on the red line. Nobody from White picked it up, and the Hornets come in and poke it in, and we got a tie hockey game. Holy cow.
I thought the play was dead. I was looking for the penalty.
Short-handed goal, still 9 on the power play for Northeastern. But at 1:20 of period number 3, we are tied.
And there's no penalty. It's still 5-on-4.
There's a blistering shot that goes up and away. Now Plattsburgh is back at full strength. Gay looks to center. He's ridden into the boards by Worley. It goes over to the far side. Gay looked to center. It was taken away. Duffy there to help out. Maynard gets run into the boards. Duffy comes out with it. Knowles makes the save. I don't think he knew he had it as he almost looked behind him. 13 remaining in period number 3. Not only have they not changed the period, they haven't put Plattsburgh's second goal on the board. But it is 2-2.
Until the scoreboard says it, it's still 2-1, Rick. That's the official scoreboard.
Off the draw. Duffy controls it. Throws it in behind the Hornet net. Gay is there. He had it taken away by Toloski. Kept in at the point by Rabideau. Toloski plays it near side for Brett Berto. Berto will backhand up a pass for Jack Toloski, who dumps it in. It goes off the glove of Rabideau, who picks it up. Tries to play it out. Berto has it, looks to center. He battles Big Ben Leduc in the corner. Cougars move in on the attack. Tried to pick up the announcement of that goal. I think they said Jack Toloski, but I'm not sure.
What I heard was...
That's about what I heard too, but I thought I might have heard a number 14. 12:15 remaining, third period, 2-2 hockey game. Cougars on the move, shot by Marks, glove save by Knowles, rebound trickles up over to the far side. Now, Cougars with it. Leduc up for Marks at center. Marks tried to get the on-rushing forward. We got a penalty coming up here on Northeastern. It is Worley that got chopped down, and it will be a tripping penalty on the Cougars, and the Hornets go on the power play with 3:10 remaining in the hockey game.
How much?
3:10 in, 11:50 remaining in the hockey game.
Okay. I misunderstood.
You did. No, actually, I said it wrong.
I know you did.
So we'll see what the Hornets can do on the power play. We've got a tie hockey game. Near side, Worley tried to get off a shot, but that was blocked, and the Cougars will send it down ice. Knowles leaves it there for Joe Toloski. At center, this is Berto. Across the blue line. That Berto takes it in behind the net. You got Jack Toloski absolutely wide open in front, but a couple of Cougars had Berto tied up. He couldn't do anything with a pass. Marks across the blue line. Goes right side. Shot. Wide to the near side. Jack Toloski. Cross-ice pass. Berto. Blue line. Thought about going back to Worley, but dropped it in behind the net. Paterno was there to get it to Marks. Marks will look to clear. Kept in at the point by Toloski. Shot deflects. Worley with a shot. He shot it wide. Toloski poked one, hit the side of the net. And now it's sent all the way down behind the Plattsburgh net. 20 seconds remaining in the Plattsburgh power play. 10:35 to go, third period. 2-2 the score. Plattsburgh now having trouble getting it out of it. Now they finally do, and there's Marshall Maynard trying to get it around the defender, but it's sent back down into the Plattsburgh end. Cougars now back at full strength. Rabideau plays it over to the far side for Zach Gay, who sends it down to the Plattsburgh end. And Northeastern will be called for icing. 10-11 remaining in the third period. And take our word for it, it's 2-2. Off the draw, puck rolls in behind the net. Battle of 15s back there. Now Leduc comes in to help out for Northeastern. Leduc and Maynard tied up. Feinlease comes in to take it away, plays it back near point. Maggie with a shot, that deflects wide, and here come the Cougars. They try to get it ahead, the pass was too far, it goes to Knowles. He's going to roam out of the net, look out. Hornets look to clear. They'll get it back into the Northeastern end. Leduc for the Cougars. Had to backhand one up, but that hit Maynard. Maynard tried to get around Rabideau, but a nice play by Josh to prevent the scoring opportunity for the Hornets. Knowles will make a glove save and hold on to it. Well, they got half of the problem fixed, Calvin. They got the score correct. It's still, though, the third period. 9:25 to go. Hornets get the draw. Berto tried to play it in, but it was taken away nicely by Tucker. Tucker shot one wide. Now McDonough for the Cougars. He falls down. Toloski comes out with it for the Plattsburgh. Toloski is bothered by Latorno. Played near side for Panetti. Panetti plays it back behind the net. He's going the wrong way. Look out, big collision behind the net. Latorno got belted by Joe Toloski. Hornets dump it in. Panetti chases after it near corner. Now behind the net. Berto and Marks tied up. Laterno comes in to help out. Puck comes free to McDonough. He's ridden into the boards. Cougars look to bring it out. Marks got hit by Richards, but not before he throws it out to the neutral zone. Panetti tried to play it out, but it's backhanded in right onto Panetti's stick. We'll try to find Berto, but the pass was too far ahead of Brett. Cougars try to clear, kept in by Toloski. Now Berto throws it in behind the net where it's picked up by Tucker. Tucker, near side McDonough. Center ice, now in across the blue line. Tries to move around Devin Richards. He'll take it into the corner. Maston had him lined up and missed him. Centering pass back to the point. Can't be kept in by Zach Gay. Leduc goes back cross ice for Gay. Gay winds up at center. Fires it into the Plattsburgh zone. Maston's going to get to it first. He's bothered by Dylan Bombardier, and we're going to have another penalty on the Cougars. It's going to be a holding penalty, and it'll put Plattsburgh back on the power play. Calvin, they must not have liked those donuts and hot chocolate you brought them.
Well, that's a good call.
7:47 remaining in the third period. 2-2 the score. It's going to be Dylan Bombardier going to the box on the holding call. Penalty comes at 7:13. Maynard at 4:11 of the first, 1-0 Plattsburgh. Letourneau at 6:43, 1-1 of the second. McDonough gave Northeastern the lead, 9:43 into the second. And Jack Toloski ties it for Plattsburgh, 1:20 into the third. That's where we stand right now, approaching the halfway point of this third period, with the Hornets on the power play. Cougars get the draw, and Leduc brings it out to center. Content to just throw it in behind the Hornet net, where Toloski has it. Leduc back into the Plattsburgh end. It'll be Jake Richards who chase after it. 1:05 remaining in the Plattsburgh man advantage. Richards goes near side for Toloski. His pass was broken up. Thrown into the Cougar end. Nass forced to make the save. Leduc winds up and sends it all the way down ice. Toloski and Gay battle for it. Now Jack Toloski comes out with it for the Hornets. He's ridden off the puck by a couple of Cougars, and it's mailed all the way back down ice. Good job of penalty killing here by the Cougars. Plattsburgh has not had a shot on goal in this man advantage. Maggie gave it away. Chance in front. Shot saved by Knowles.
That puck hit him in the chin. That's still a save, though, right?
It certainly did. I think it got him in the mask, the face mask.
That looked like A&W written all over it. Had right for his chin.
Dumped in by Devin Richards. Alex Maston will get to it first. Cougars come back on the attack. They're back at full strength, but they're also offside.
Can't do that.
6:04 remaining in the third period. Hornets 2, Cougars 2. McDonough throws it into the Plattsburgh end. Richards battles there along with Letourneau. Matt Letourneau tries to throw it in front. Cleared away, but Marks has it now once again for Northeastern. Back to Letourneau. He fumbled the pass. It goes over to the far side where Rabideau throws it back in behind the net. Richards looks to clear to get it to Maynard. Maynard has it down to Worley. Knowles makes a kick save. And now Maynard with it for Plattsburgh. Pass was too far for Worley. Maston will chase after it. He is tied up by Letourneau. Thrown in behind the net. Worley's going to chase it into the corner with Rabideau. Marks comes in to help out for Northeastern. Here come the Cougars once again. End-to-end action. Now McDonough across the blue line. Face-off circle, drops it back. Shot Letourneau, saved by Knowles. That might have got a piece of the face mask again. Another shot. Knowles makes a couple of saves. Cougars with all sorts of pressure here. They look to get it back to the point for Letourneau. He winds up with a shot. That one is deflected wide. Far side, Leduc rushes to keep it in. Now Toloski behind his own net. Plattsburgh finally gets it out. They get a desperately needed line change. 4:40 to go in the third period. Here comes Devin Richards. Richards at center, across the blue line. Throws it in on net. Leduc got to it before it got to the goaltender, Nass. Here come the Cougars. In across the blue line. Dylan Carter still with it in the corner. Looks to find someone in front. Carter went down. Birch comes into the pile to help out. Toloski there as well for the Hornets. Kept in at the point by Leduc. Panetti there for Plattsburgh. Leduc spins around. They got a man open in front. Shot! Knowles got a shoulder save. And we're going to have a penalty coming up here. It's going to be a tripping penalty against Northeastern, and with just 3:51 remaining in the third period, the Hornets are going to go on the power play once again. Face off to the left of Nass. Hornets on the power play. They get to the draw, back to the point for Toloski. Into the corner. Worley plays it near side for Berto. Brett back to the point. Richards back to Berto. Corner. They try to find Jack Toloski. Look for Worley circling toward the front. Now back behind the net. Worley tries to spin around and move in front, but it's poked away. Marks has it for Northeastern, and he's happy just to send it all the way down ice. .50 seconds remaining in the power play. McDonough steals one away from Berto. Throws it in behind the Plattsburgh net. Hornet power play, trying to get something going here with just 40 seconds remaining on the man advantage. In behind the net. Toloski, look to center. Puck loose in front. Comes free to Toloski. Joe Toloski winds up with a blast that's wide. Jack Toloski with a shot. That one was behind the net. Puck comes free. Here's a chance with some open ice for Marks. Marks, shorthanded, takes a shot. Knowles makes the save. Rebound is loose. And we're going to have a penalty on Plattsburgh. Hooking will be the call, and I think it's Jake Richards going to the box. So we force skaters aside for the next 16 seconds. Off the face-off, Hornets play it out to the neutral zone. Letourneau chases after it. Gets to it first ahead of Maggie. Hornets pick it up, play it back to Worley. 3 seconds, and then Northeastern will have the man advantage for 75 seconds. Set down ice by the Hornets. 2:15 remaining third period. 2-2 is our score. Puck went behind Marks, but he circles back to pick it up. Goes over to the far side. Tucker in across the blue line, throws it in behind the Plattsburgh net. Marks gets to it first. Had it taken away by Maggie. And Worley now throws it down ice for Plattsburgh. 45 on the power play. Puck tied up behind the Cougar net. Letourneau comes out with it. 1:40 to go in the third period. Letourneau tried to play it in, but Toloski broke it up. Now the Cougars. Marks takes it to the net, tries to get off a backhand shot, but could not get any lumber on it. Worley tries to clear it out at the point. Letourneau keeps it in. Throws it behind the net. This is Jack Toloski. 10 seconds remaining on the power play. He gets it up ice. It's a 2-on-1 here for Plattsburgh. Worley moves in, dishes off, and the pass deflected nicely by Letourneau. Hornets back at full strength with 65 seconds to go in the third period. McDonough in front, tried to get off the shot, but he was knocked sprawling. 50 seconds remaining. Cougars control it behind the Plattsburgh net. McDonough circles. Back to the point. LeDuc with a shot, and Knowles makes a glove save. .42 seconds remaining, third period. We're tied at 2. Hornets get the draw and bring it out to center. Berto in across the blue line. Throws it over to the far corner. Worley's going to try to get to it first. He will. Tried to play back behind the net for Berto. Puck comes loose in front. Berto with a shot. Saved by Nass. Rebound still loose. They poke away, and it's sent just wide. At the point. Shot. Deflects wide. 10 seconds remaining. Richards now throws it into the corner. Hornets will have to work quickly. Worley tries to center. They tie it up. Worley and LeDuc battle, but that's going to do it for the third period. 1 goal in the period. It goes to the Hornets. It's the equalizer. And through 45 minutes of play, we are tied at 2, headed to overtime. So it's 5 minutes of overtime. Sudden death. Nobody scores after 5.
Golden goal.
We'll be tied, and Calvin's headed to basketball.
Whether they score or not.
Played over to the far side. Marshall Maynard for the Hornets. He's tied up by Marks, but still managed to get it to Worley. They tried to find Maston, who had a chance to break in. Now Maston does have some room to poke it into the corner. Maynard behind the net. Kicks it to Worley. Worley didn't get to it in time. Richards at the point. Back to Worley. Worley throws it in front for Maston, but it hit a stick and jumped up into the air. Here's some open ice for the Cougars. McDonough in across the blue line. McDonough takes it behind the net. Will he go wrap around? Yes, he does, but Knowles has the pad there to block it. Rabideau, near point, plays it for Marks. In behind the net. Maggie plays it near side. Marks got to it first. Rabideau at the point, winds up with a shot that's wide. 3:45 to go in the hockey game.
And we're still in the second period, Rick.
Hornets get it out to center. McDonough tries to play it in, but he hit Richards with it. Now Matt Letourneau gave it away to Berto. Berto tried to go back for Toloski, but Letourneau managed to get back to break it up. Now here's Marks with it. Marks moves around Maggie. Takes it in behind the net. They go wrap around, puck loose. Knowles comes out with a glove. He says, I'll take this one. 3:16 to go, period number 2. Or on the scoreboard, period number 4 in essence. It's still 2-2. 2:22.
2:22. At 2:22, the winning goal will be scored, and it'll be 3-2.
Puck loose in front. They bat away at it. Hornets come out with it. For Panetti. Across the blue line, throws it in front. Nobody there. Now Berto pokes away at it and throws it in behind the Cougar net. Cougars try to get it to LeDuc. Intercepted in front for Panetti, but he can't get off a shot. Again, Letourneau made a save to prevent a scoring opportunity for Plattsburgh. Kept in at the point by Richards. And that one goes into the stands, and no, we don't get the whistle at 2:22, but we do at 2:35. Face off just outside the Cougar blue line. 2-2 is our score. Hope you've enjoyed this broadcast. It's been back and forth action. Nobody with a goal lead larger of 1. Letourneau now for the Cougars. As Rabideau will dump it in. That was Richards who tried to play it back out. Now Birch battles forward in the corner with Maggie centering one, but it went off the stick of Knowles. Letourneau with a shot, and Knowles makes a glove save.
There's saves and there are saves. That was a definite save that time.
That one looked like it may have been headed for that left lower corner.
It was going in.
Face off to the left of Rob Knowles. Marks and Toloski take the draw. We're now down to 2 minutes in the overtime. And they fixed it on the scoreboard. They've got period 4 up there now.
All right.
Jake Richards off the boards for Panetti. He tried to clear it for Toloski. Poked out the center. 2-on-1. Toloski. Oh, Burrow was in front open, and a great play by Rabideau to prevent the pass. In the corner. They go in front for Panetti, but he was tied up by, that was McDonough. Richards tried to keep it in at the point. He did, but the Cougars play it back out to center. Look out here. 2-on-1 for Northeastern, but they are offside. Oh, my. What a chance for Northeastern. Tossed away by the offside.
That puck just wasn't moving, and their bodies crossed that line first.
.82 seconds remaining in the hockey game. And the way these two teams have played this afternoon, this one deserves to be a tie. Excellent effort from both clubs. Now behind the Northeastern net. Gay dishes off. Here at center. Paterno moves in. He's ridden off the puck, but he'll still get to it first. Centering pass goes through the crease. That one went off the skate or the stick of Marks. Marks in front, save. Knowles has it under the pad and holds on. Some pushing and shoving in front of the Hornet net.
Not a good time to pick up a penalty, Rick.
Not here.
You got to use your head out there.
Usually in overtime in college and professional and sometimes in high school games, it takes murder one to get a penalty.
Well, you start swinging your fist, kind of hard for the refs to look away. So, fortunately, nothing was called right there.
54.8 seconds remaining. Jack Toloski will take the face-off for PHS. And it looks like it's going to be Bobby Marks for Northeastern. Marks gets tossed out. And Dylan Carter comes in. Hornets win the draw. Quickly, Worley breaks out with Berto. Worley takes it into the corner. He's taken down. Puck loose and free to Berto. Back to the point. Toloski. Back to Berto. Looks to go behind the net. Worley had it taken away. Now Berto with it, far corner. Plays it back near side for Worley. Centering pass, shot, score! Score! The Hornets win it in overtime! 3-2 Plattsburgh!
How much time?
26 seconds remaining. And the Hornets go to 2-0 on the season in a thrilling overtime victory here in Rouse's Point.
I would have to think that Coach Rob Francis will be a little more upset with that shorthanded goal that they allowed than they would be with that goal right there.
I think he's got to be pretty pleased with his effort from his team this afternoon. It certainly was a well-played game by both teams. And as we said earlier in this overtime, it's a game that really nobody deserved to lose. But the Hornets get the goal, 26 seconds remaining in the game. They win it by a score of 3-2, and they go to 2-0 in the Champlain Valley Athletic Conference. Cougars was their first game of the season. They fall to 0-1. Calvin, we could not have asked for a better hockey game this afternoon.
No, considering it's hockey, it wasn't bad at all.
That's going to wrap it up from the Rouse's Point Recreation Center in beautiful downtown Rouse's Point, New York. Final score once again, the Plattsburgh High School Hornets defeat the Northeastern Clinton Central School Cougars by a score of 3-2. For Calvin Castine, I'm Rick Knowles. Until next time, have a good night, everybody.
Saw it with their own translate that to the drawings when we have to do the abatement project. In addition to that, what we also do is we include those reports that they provide us from an independent testing agency. Those go right into the specification book under a section called Reports of Exploration. And what that does is it allows the contractor to have that information right in front of them. So that if they're in an area where they're not sure if they're going to disturb something, they can have that reference. Or more importantly, they can talk to Tom, they can talk to me, they can talk to Scott, say, I don't know about this, let's go back to the report that's in their hands to start the project that they've bid on. They've committed to a price to provide the services based on that document. So they're liable to maintain and adhere to the asbestos regulations.
That was one of the major first questions that was asked when this process started, because you gotta look at the date of the schools when they were built.
Yep.
You know, and asbestos was alive and well back then. You know, so we made it very clear that we gotta make sure we're doing the right things so we don't have any issues with abatement.
We have those. I'll tell you right now.
Wasn't asked 5 years ago at Northeastern, and they ran into all kinds of problems because of it.
We have those. We've identified the areas that have been tested. We've got our reports back. We know what areas have potential for asbestos. We're either avoiding those areas or we'll be remediating those areas per the letter of the law.
If they're in the path of construction. I just want to clarify that, just to make sure nobody's misled. The fact that our charge under the project is not to completely scrub the building of all contaminants, but anything in the path of construction, typically your renovation areas, we are definitely accounting for it.
He raised it. Now I have a question.
Sure. It's okay.
He raised it. I know that when they did the floor and the wing in the past, there are asbestos tiles under the carpeting.
Yep.
How is, when you're doing the construction, you said those rooms are all being taken out? Are you removing that? Are you
Yes.
covering it so that's being removed?
We're going to be in those rooms enough that we can't leave it. We're going to be taking, now the walls will be staying, but we'll be removing the flooring down to the original concrete substrate. Probably, and that will entail asbestos abatement. So all that, anything that's underneath there, quite honestly, we've tested a large portion of those rooms on the floors in those areas. We know some areas that do have it. We know some areas that definitely don't have it. That whole area will be treated as an abatement project. We'll tent the areas, and then we do air monitoring during that process. Then we do a full clean of those areas, and then we do air monitoring to test to make sure that there's no particulate matter in there. But there's very, very strict regulations on how that occurs, and the cleanup process associated with that afterwards.
You know, we can't even dictate how that's done. It's a highly regulated industry, governed by the Department of Labor.
Which have their own inspectors.
Yes. We love it for them to show up. Because it makes sure, it's checks and balances.
Yeah.
We will, to go on with the same vein, we will help the district secure an independent third-party monitoring agent through an RFP process.
Right.
Therefore, in case you were wondering, the contractor's not monitoring his own work. Okay, there's somebody else watching that to make sure all the protocols are followed, and that nothing containment-wise is removed until the final clearance is given from the final sampling.
Well, you can think about something as well. There are different types of asbestos. You have friable and non-friable materials. Floor tiles, for instance, which are VAT, vinyl asbestos tile, are non-friable until they're chipped up. So there's no safety hazards as they exist right now. When we remove them, we get rid of all that. That's why we do it in tenting, we have to clean, and all those contractors. And then we have to monitor the air to make sure it is clean. So, but as it stands right now, there are no safety hazards. Okay.
I'm just picturing you in a wetsuit right now.
I like season
I
time.
figured it has enough gluing carpet on it over however many years it's not going.
Well, I don't know if you ever tried to get a vinyl asbestos tile off of the floor. It's not fun. It's a mess. So.
It was good stuff.
It worked great.
Yeah,
It stayed down. Yeah, exactly.
There are still materials manufactured today that contain trace elements of asbestos and lead-based paint. Yes, it's good stuff, but it's highly industrialized. Not the kind of stuff we use in schools.
At all.
Ever.
Ever.
To that point.
Great.
This has been great dialogue, folks.
Appreciate you coming out.
The interest and the feedback is helpful for us. Helps us get to know each other as well.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
Yes.
We approach everything very much as a team approach. In every team, you have all kinds of buy-in from stakeholders. So we love this kind of open dialogue. So please never feel resistant to come forward with any questions or comments.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The only comment that I'll have, as someone who may know, I came up in the Ticonderoga area back in 1982. And back when I was living in that area, not personally, but I had dealings with Tom Thatcher. And I had no problems with him being here. So. I'm glad to see that he was going to be on there.
Did you say big problems or no problems?
Yeah.
What
Jack my father, there was no problem. Thank you.
Throw in, looks like it's going to go over to the Sandstoners. Here's Bartenstein, he's battling for it. It's going to come back this way, and Armstrong is there. He's still got it. Tries to push it up for Miller. And it goes out of bounds. It's going to be a Cougar throw-in. We got subs. There's a shot by Dustin or Bo Leduc. And again, once again, that ball squirted loose with the Sandstoners pressuring and not having a whole lot of players back on defense. Ball comes loose in the area, and Bo Leduc is there to send it past the outstretched hands of Sebastian Grimberg. So with 3:20 to remaining in the contest, the Cougars come up with another goal to go up by a 3-0 margin. And I don't know, I don't like to say it's over, but boy, I'll tell you, with a 3-goal lead. With a 3-goal lead with 3:20 to go in the game, looks like it's a pretty decent, pretty comfortable lead at this point.
I will allow you to say in the game instead of in the half.
All right, so at this point, you'll allow me to say that there's only 3 minutes and 15 seconds left in the game. So at the 36:40 mark of the second half, it's the Cougars go up by a 3-goal lead. Bo Leduc, number 22, gets credited with the goal. It's an unassisted goal on a kind of a giveaway by the Sandstoners in their own zone, and Leduc was there to pick up that loose ball. Here's a opportunity for the Sandstoners, and they send the ball in, but goes over the head of Bedard. But Rabideau is there to pick it up. So 2.5 to go in the game here, with the Cougars up by a comfortable margin of 3-0. That ball bounces at midfield and gets sent over. Here's Davison with it. He's not ready to quit just yet. He's going to send one up for Leduc, the goal scorer. He's going to free Carter. Carter's going to chase that one down. He's going to beat DeTulio over in the corner. Still has it. Sends a cross out to the top of the 6. Smith whiffed on it, but it went behind Leduc, who was really not able to catch up with it.
You should point out, Joe, that last time we saw Davison, he was missing 2 teeth, but he had them put in that same night after the game.
Oh, is that right?
Yes. Went to a dentist and had them...
Had him taken care of?
Yep.
Again, here's Leduc. Finds himself loose, gets a shot off, but Grimberg's going to scoop that one up. We're under a minute and a half to play here, and the Cougar faithful are starting to feel that this might be a trip to the Final Four. And I don't know, you might remember, or if we ever did get past any of these regional games, but certainly in my my memory of watching Cougar soccer in the last 10 years, I can't remember getting past a regional semifinal game, let alone winning a regional final. Here's Pupor.
I can't recall it. The girls have done it a couple of times, but I honestly cannot remember the boys ever getting that far.
Right, so we may be looking at history in the making here as the Cougars will advance to the Final Four here if nothing bad happens in the next 40 seconds. Once again, the Cougars will advance to the Final Four to represent the Capital Region in the New York State tournament. Details of which I don't have, so I don't know when and where. But as we click down the last 15 seconds, it looks like this one is going to go in the books as a 3-1 victory for the Cougars. So representing Section 7 in the Final Four. And the horn blows, so it's official after 80 minutes of play here at the Plattsburgh High School Athletic Complex. It's the Cougars of Northeastern Clinton representing Section 7-3, and the Sandstoners of Potsdam representing Section 10-0. That's the way it was. We thank you for watching Hometown Cable Television, worth your support.
So the Cougar fans, unlike the Shazy fans who make their hotel reservations months in advance for the Final Four, the Cougar fans will now have to scurry and get the details and find out all the best places to stay, because they will be going to the Final Four for, if not the first time for the boys, there have not been very many trips. And congratulations to Jerry Davison and his coaching staff. And we're going to stick around. There will be a trophy presentation. A little hardware will be available for viewing at the Northeastern Clinton trophy case. Looks like Tim Mulligan's going to have the honor of representing Section 7 and the region. Because it's beyond Section 7 now. This is Capital District Region. And he's presenting the, he's shaking. And as soon as Kevin Mulligan announces it.
Presenting the regional Class B championship trophy to Northeastern Clinton Cougars.
All right. There it is.
Northeastern will be going down to the Final Four in Middletown, New York.
On to Middletown. So that's it. You're watching viewer-supported local television. As Joe Southwick said, it's TV worth your support. And if you're not supporting this programming, we'd like to find out why not. It's our only support is when somebody like you steps up and sends in a contribution. Thanks for watching, and thanks to Joe Southwick for taking us through the game. To 13. This is King.
Whoa, Maddie. Whoa.
Dupree with the kill. She'll serve 21-14. 21-14. 22-14. This late in the game, 8 points is a big lead. Once again, I cannot recall the Cougars ever beating the Bobcats in volleyball. They lead 23-14 in the deciding game.